So, just first for you to understand Elaway, we operate solely in the housing community, housing association space, and we sell or we install, operate charging facilities. We give both the housing association or housing community the option to either buy or rent the infrastructure, and we give the user the option to buy or rent the charger. And then today located in Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Germany. As of today, we have 2,400 housing communities or charging facilities, operating each and every day 30,000 chargers. And when we sign up with a housing community, we like what we also count is the number of parking spaces for like future growth of the company. So we operate. It is like in our base, it is approximately 180,000 parking spaces. But it is about the 30,000 users that each and every day needs to charge their car. So the housing community segment, it is complex. We have before been into commercial segment. We have delivered to municipalities. But what we saw was that the complexity for the company, serving several segments, really slowed us down. So we had a strategy process 3 years back, and then decided to double down on housing communities. It is complex, but they are loyal customers. The decision structure. In Norway, Sweden, voluntarily people sitting at the board deciding on behalf of all the residents. Denmark, Germany, more professional owners. Pretty long decision time. So from the first, we send the first offer to we have a signature, something between 3 to 6 months in average. And then you have someone, it takes 2 years. So you really have to be persistent. Technical complexity. A charging infrastructure like a facility. One thing is the charger and the cables on the wall. What about the grid capacity? What about Wi-Fi, digging, poles, everything do you need to apply to the local municipality? So it is more complex to set up a facility in housing communities. And then user needs. Someone have a private car, someone have a company car, someone wants to charge that during daytime and expect full throttle on the charging facility then, someone at nighttime. So, and someone, I don't want an app, I don't want an RFID tag, it's like the complexity is bigger. And then financing choices. A lot of housing communities they have a huge backlog of refurbishment that they should have done. So like spending 100,000 euros on a charging facility isn't actually where they want to spend their money. At least when it's few drivers having an EV. And that's why we offer that we can own the facility and then they rent it back. And then the user can choose, do you want to buy a charger or want to rent a charger? So there are more choices, more complexity. And let's see, there. So how did we scale this then? We have one thing we do at Elaway is to try to keep things very simple. So how would you tell this to a 6-year-old boy? That simple should our business be. So when we did the playbook to enter new markets, okay, let's 3 stages as we look at the different markets. It is the first phase, learn and adapt. It is about understanding the market you are in. And currently, Germany and Denmark, we are there. So it is about earn trust as a provider. They don't know us. They don't know Elaway. Why should they trust us? Trust Elaway. And then be the one supplier for the housing communities. Okay, we do everything from help you get the facility installed, operated, take care of payment, support, everything. And then it is about identifying the building blocks, because as the markets mature, the demand from the customers change. And then it's about installers, because we do not install charging facilities ourselves. So we partner up with installers, and what we see from entering new markets is that a lot of installers haven't installed that many charging facilities. We need to train them based on our experience from other markets. Some installers are really good at it, a lot not that good. It is about, okay, how do we dimension cabling? What kind of fuses do we use? Where do we install the cable? What's the height of the chargers? Everything. We need to have it perfect, because reliable facilities is the key to make this profitable. And then we have the second phase. It is about scaling, and that Swedish market is at that stage. And that is more about having identified the different building blocks, and then we can, okay, we have this rent offer, this is the buy offer, this is the buy of a charger, this offer is, this module is to rent a charger, and then we make it easier to efficiently send out more offers, approach more customers, and really scale the sales it is about. And it's about standardization of the installations. We always do some new learnings in new markets. There are different requirements in Germany than in Norway, and it's different requirements in Sweden than in Denmark. So we need to adapt. And then we use the installers to sell. The installers already have very often a connection with the housing community or housing association. They have installed lighting in the hallway, or lighting on the playground, or done something. So we can use them to, when they are in contact with a housing community, they can recommend Elaway. And a lot of them do, because then we give them orders on install more chargers, install more facilities. And we start looking at M&As. It is too many players. Way too many players in all markets. When we started in Norway 6 years ago, it was 25 vendors of CPOs like us. Today, 4. And Norway is a little small market, but we see this in all markets. Now Sweden is the consolidation market. So everyone is talking to everyone about when to join forces, when do you run out of money, when should we make the deal. And then we have the third phase, harvest. That's Norway. Close to every housing community in Norway have a charging facility. So now it's more about grabbing customers from our competitors. Value-added services. We start to get a quite huge customer base in Norway. So by adding services to the housing community, yearly maintenance and service and maintenance products. So we take care of everything that's required by law. It could be for flexibility services, energy management. We'll cover that shortly later. And consolidation, sorry. Yes, let's move on. So how we scale then? We are obsessed about doing things standardized and remove complexity. It is charging at home, as we are doing, is a low interest service. Nobody cares. It should only work. It's like fiber. It's just annoying when it doesn't work. So we have standardized. We are using AMPECO as a backend. You could probably imagine. That's why I'm here. But we are using the backend of AMPECO, but we are using their APIs, and we build most of the other stuff ourselves. So they control all the chargers and the facilities and everything, but we use their APIs to connect other services to read or access data on the chargers. So we have developed something we call Helix, that our internal platform for automating processes and everything that's a new driver or payment or someone is leaving or everything is automated, that we do ourselves. So that's our backbone. And to get everything standardized, you need to be extremely cautious on your offering. So the sales guys, they have this is what you are allowed to sell. Yeah, but Stian, it only covers 60% of the market. Yes, that's big enough. I don't care about the other stuff, because some random dude in a housing community want this and that. Sorry, let them go to a competitor. We don't want that. We want the 60% that we can standardize. Then you get economy of scale. So yeah, the sales guys don't like it, but that's how it is working at Elaway. Yes, and then we automate monitoring, self-service, try to get the users as self-served as possible. Have a way to go there, but that's something we're really looking into. And then when everything like this is standardized, then you can operate efficiently in Sweden, you can operate efficiently in Germany, you can operate efficiently in Norway, and work with installers, work with the customers that where like we as human can create value. Yes. And then we have had some pitfalls. So the first one, buying our first company, competitor. So what we missed, we was too eager to just buy the company. Yes, we will sort out the stuff later. No, we should have sorted it out before we signed the agreement. So missing a lot of data. Facilities not being operated for several months, payments not being like settlements not given to the housing communities. So we really bought a pile of problems. So we learned a lot. And the issue was that with bad data quality, we weren't able to onboard the users to our platform. Frustrated users, no payment. Yeah, you can. Yeah. So what we have now, we have a playbook. Doing M&As, really strict. Okay, what data do we need? Or what quality? How is the process with the company that we acquired the portfolio from? When are they going to notify the customers? When do we contact the customers? When do we send out information and everything? And it's in close operation with, in cooperation with our operation department to really, because they are the first that get the tickets or calls from customers that don't understand what to do. Secondly, we have 35,000 chargers, but we do not have full control of them, to be frank. Not yet, but we are getting there. So we started off scaling quite fast, and you do not have time to fix everything. So it was like, okay, asset charger registry. Yes, I know we need that, but at a later stage. And over the last year, we have really struggled with poor data quality. Is it a charger on the wall when the user tried to sign up? We don't know, actually. So we have to call the customers. Can you see if it's a charger on your parking spot? It doesn't seem very professional. We have sent installers out in the field to assemble a new charger, and then we get a phone. Stian, is already a charger there. Okay, so we have a cleanup to do there. And that's a lot of field work to make that quality better. But we are working on it, so we need to start with something. So we have started with a data model. This incorporates everything from like payment, how many service orders have we had on this charger, when was it installed, what kind of software does it has, yeah, everything. So it is more complex than we first understood, but we are getting there. And we already see the advantage of the it is the first edition. It's like export in Excel, but it's better than nothing. We have had more pains. Software. Elaway is a product of acquiring and merging several companies. And then you have a lot of software processes and other stuff that makes the operation quite complex. So we migrated to the new platform a couple of years, 1.5 years back in Norway. And then we did let's take all the 15,000 drivers in Norway, move it into the new platform in one big bang. And the result of that was a lot of users not able to log in, not able to charge. Several 10,000 users wasn't able to charge for a couple of weeks. And you can imagine the support. Tickets, phones. We did this, and again, we did this during Christmas. Perfect timing. So it was a disaster. So now when we are doing stuff, we do stage rollouts. Okay, let's try with 100 users, 500,000. It is basics, but scaling, having too much to do, you do stupid things. And we have done a lot of it. The last one is too many country specifics. Operating in different countries, it is our previous organization, we had like an organization in Norway, Sweden, Germany, and then they developed, okay, this is special for Germany. We believe this is very special in Sweden, at least compared to Norway. We can't look at Norway because everything is different in Sweden. So you don't get the efficiency that you need. And you get a like internal complexity tax. It is just okay. How do we communicate with installers when they should install a new chargers? Yeah, this way in Norway, this process in Sweden, this process in Denmark, this in Germany. It doesn't work. It doesn't scale. It works, but it doesn't scale. So now we have switched to a functional organization, global roles, people being responsible for like one domain, one area, one task across all markets, really efficient. And we see this we did just before summer, and we see the benefits already. So we're really looking forward to like see the full benefit of this then. So it has been a quite complicated journey, but still I'm here, yes. But what's truly behind it, so how did we do it then? It is about the culture and the leadership you build in the company. What you do actually is more about how you do it, at least what I believe. So I asked myself a couple of years back, okay, if everyone in Elaway knew where the company were heading and what we were doing, how perfect wouldn't that be? So we have, for the leaders in Elaway, we have a like one-page plan that connects long-term vision. Why are Elaway here? Yes, we will help all the people in Europe living in housing community with charging. To trickle down to, okay, what should I prioritize next week? Very helpful. One page, everything is there. And then we try to have as few OKRs or KPIs as possible, because it just gets vanity metrics. People are looking at so many numbers and they don't know what they're looking at. It's just a number. And what should I do then if this number is going up or down? People don't know. So let's have very few metrics that we are always communicate and repeat, and people understand why we are looking at them. And then there, repeat, 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 repeat. If you want to understand and measure alignment, this we do as well. So we have this employee engagement score survey twice a year, where we measure, do you know where we are heading as a company and how you contribute to that journey? We score extremely high on that score, like 4.6 on a scale to 5. So people really know why they go to work and what they should do to contribute to the company's journey. If you want to learn more about that, I have one in the company that is really good at this one-page plan. You can read more about it there. And second, suggestion is to, if you are into podcasts, most people are, you should listen to this one. It is about a one-page plan and how you work together as leaders to always prioritize and solve the most crucial thing or crisis in your company. Really good, the knowledge project is a lot of good stuff there. Secondly, what if all managers were obsessed of becoming leaders? There is a difference between, at least in my point of view, between managers and leaders. And I'm obsessed about developing leaders, because that is probably the most underutilized domain in all companies. So invest in your managers becoming leaders. At a stage of 40 employees, having 6-7 leaders, we established a leadership program. Just taking time out of the business. what do you want to develop as skill as to become a great leader? Most people haven't reflected on that. I think if you just start to reflect on it, you will get better. It won't happen by accident. And then set expectation to personal development. I have the one-to-ones with everyone in my management team for sure, and I expect them to have them with their leaders. And don't like mix it with status. It is how do you want to develop professionally and personally. It's something completely different by, okay, what are we doing with the new charger? Or how do we standardize this process? Spend time on developing people. We have a culture for that in Elaway, and I think that's one of the really key ingredients to get where we are today. And be impatient on progress. Leaders, managers need to develop because they destroy a whole team. So we have a quite high burn on managers, to be frank, because I don't have time to leaders or managers that don't want to become leaders. Sorry, you need to work another company. And measure progress. In the same survey, how is your leader? Do you are you seen by your leader? Are they able to communicate clearly what you should prioritize, everything? And we score all leaders. Hard facts. Yes, even more on leadership and culture. It is about leadership and culture, building a company. Do fewer things better. It is no or very few examples of company being all over the place, having success. It is about doing fewer things and doing them really good. That's one of the strengths in Elaway. And decisions make things move. It's very rarely that we have decisions that are so crucial that we can't go back and do things differently. So get shit done is probably the sentence I tell my employees the most. It is about get shit done. It is about execution. And we need leaders being hands-on. No one is too high ranking to not being able to call a customer or visit a site to do the stickers or anything. It is about okay, if there is something we as a company need to do, I can also do it. And done is better than perfect. So, with all these operations and leadership stuff, having reliable facilities gives some great opportunities. Core operations, it is about having reliable facilities with communication in place, always charging, always being available. We have some work to do on gathering meter IDs and commercialize this product. We have done a pilot with 200 housing communities, a couple of thousand users, with peak shaving and load shifting, helping the local DSO to optimize their grid. And the results are really promising. Together with AMPECO and Haslund, one of our other owners, AMPECO is not owning Elaway, but one of our owners, we have done this pilot and it's really promising. So this October we will, our whole portfolio in Norway will be accessible as a flexibility asset. 15,000 chargers at least. But we do a staged approach. It is about the easy stuff today. Okay, we can, instead of starting to charge at 6 or 7 in the evening, we can postpone it until 10 o'clock. That helps the DSO because the peak is around when people get back from work. But we are working on getting the signals from the market signals from the TSO or the DSO. TSO being those operating the national grid and being responsible for the frequency in the grid. We are working with them to pick up on signals to be able to switch on and off chargers, move charging to the right timing. And then, do you have any questions?
Thank you. Do you operate any DC chargers or is it AC only?
AC only. Yeah, thanks for asking. I should have told you. Yeah, but AC only. So again, remove complexity. Yes. And we operate, as of today, very few brands. So it's probably 5-6 brands of chargers, but we try to limit that as well. because you need to like supply chargers, you need to support them, you need to swap them. It is like the more brands you cover, the more you get complexity. Yeah. Any more questions? It's there.
What's your view on bidirectional charging?
Bidirectional charging. Since we started in 2019, everyone has been talking about it. And for me, bidirectional charging is kind of the same as the flexibility stuff. And a lot of the buzz that you can hear around here is just talking. Still, all the players are struggling with the basics, like being able to charge the customer the right amount each month, having the charger online, being able to answer if they call you. So why do it? Yeah, it will come. But we have charger. Most of our chargers support it, so we believe in it. But it is probably 3 to 5 years in the future. Yeah. Yes. Cautious of time. We should probably wrap up. But avoid our scars and let's talk business. So if you have a portfolio you want to sell or a company, we are interested to buy. Or if there are any TSOs here, we are of course keen on doing pilots.